Good morning. Welcome to another Monday morning. It's October 17th, 2011, and it is 7:23 a.m. And of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Well, what do we have out here this morning? Well, we have a cold front moving through. You could tell that by the temperatures, where along the coast, temperatures are in the mid 50s to lower 60s. Meanwhile, over the interior, temperatures are falling into the mid to upper 40s. Don't worry, these temperatures will rebound as we move into the afternoon hours, but for right now it will be rather chilly as a new polar air mass builds into the northern mid-Atlantic. And as you can see, these two dots here mean showers, and we have a few showers moving through the northern mid-Atlantic as well as the winds begin to shift and the cold front moves through. On the radar right now, you can see a few of these scattered showers lingering. They'll continue to linger through the mid portions of the rush hour this morning, and then by the latter portions of the rush hour, by like 9:10 a.m., we'll have drying conditions, and dry conditions will be expected for the evening rush hour, as there really isn't much in the way of precipitation behind this cold front. I do have to warn that along the immediate coast this afternoon, I can't rule out an isolated shower, but I stress the word there, isolated. Now, I want to bring up the water vapor satellite picture. I love using this tool because you can see the development of the entire atmosphere, the entire 500 millibar pattern unfolding right in front of your eyes. And you can see we have a trough. See this right here? This is clearly a trough. We have a ridge developing in the west, and we have this strong disturbance moving over the Rockies and heading towards the Mississippi River Valley. This low pressure system and this tropical disturbance are going to cause a lot of problems for the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area by Wednesday morning. When I say Wednesday morning, I mean somewhere between 5 a.m. and continuing on through 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening. So, what am I talking about? Well, you see, this low pressure system is going to dive this way towards Louisiana and Mississippi. That low pressure system and the upper level disturbance with it will entrain this tropical disturbance that could be a tropical storm by this afternoon. So, this tropical disturbance, whether it's a tropical storm or not, will be pulled north and east ahead of this low pressure system, become entrained, and produce a massive rainstorm over the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan area by Wednesday morning and continuing on through Wednesday evening. How much rainfall? I'm looking at 1 to 2 inches of rain with locally higher amounts right now. But with this type of tropical moisture and latent heat energy being added to this low pressure system, well, it's going to be a bit of a wild card, and it's going to be something that we're going to have to keep an eye on as we move forward over the next 24 to 36 hours. I could see rainfall amounts breaking the 3-inch mark for some isolated locations if you get a heavy downpour or with a tropical rainstorm, tropical thunderstorm, should I say, because of this interaction. Looking at the GFS model guidance, now the European model guidance I think was a little bit better, but unfortunately I can't use the graphics this morning. But once again, we're using the Penn State EWOL website, which is an excellent website for model data. And you can see for this afternoon that cold front exits, and we end up with drying conditions for this evening. Can't rule out an isolated shower along the immediate coast, but for the most part, we will remain dry with scattered to broken cloud cover. Moving in towards tonight into tomorrow morning, again, variable cloud cover, but no real organized areas of precipitation. You could see an isolated shower along the stationary front that was set up just to the south of New Jersey. And then this gets really interesting. See, here we are Tuesday morning. Here's our disturbance over the Mississippi River Valley. The GFS does not handle this tropical disturbance very well. Notice that there's a lot of disorganization with this disturbance. It's trying to set it up just to the northeast of the Yucatan Peninsula, which isn't too bad, but it doesn't really have a strong handle on the developmental potential with this tropical disturbance. So moving forward into Tuesday afternoon, you can see the two systems start to interact. Is trying to combine the two systems. And eventually, what I do agree with the GFS is that the interaction of this tropical disturbance and this polar disturbance will lead to a powerful storm developing on Tuesday night into Wednesday morning along the East Coast. And then that low pressure system will track up the coast towards the eastern portions of Virginia. Notice a strong low pressure system rapidly deepening by Wednesday afternoon to the south of New Jersey. And this low pressure system will drag tremendous amount of moisture into the northern mid-Atlantic and produce moderate to heavy rainfall over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area on Wednesday. Now, because of the development of this upper level low, there is a potential, and you can see it at 700 millibars here, of some dry air called a dry slot racing towards the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan area that would cut short the rainfall, which is what the GFS is trying to do. However, the cutoff of this rainfall will strongly depend on the track of this low pressure system. And this low pressure system is not going to move to the northeast from Wednesday afternoon to Wednesday evening, but instead retrograde back towards Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania, and western New York. Because of the upper level pattern in place, we have a positive NAO pattern developing, which basically means that this low pressure system will be able to track towards the St. Lawrence River Valley rather than remain along the coast. So this upper level low and this upper level development would suggest that we'll end up with a very heavy rainfall event over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area on Wednesday afternoon, while that dry slot makes it up to the Baltimore and Washington, D.C. metro, but then stalls as the low pressure system retrogrades to the northwest. That's what the European model guidance is showing and the Canadian model guidance is showing, and I generally agree with that idea. Once the storm exits, though, all models agree that that one will have very windy conditions on Wednesday evening on through Thursday morning as this low pressure system exits. Do not be surprised if winds are on Thursday range anywhere from 15 to 30 miles per hour with higher gusts. Then high pressure takes hold, and Friday on through Sunday, high pressure is in complete and total control with clear skies, comfortable weather conditions, low humidity, and most importantly, temperatures near normal in the upper 40, mid 40s to lower 50s for lows, and upper 50s to mid 60s for highs. Basically near normal for this time of year. And that weather pattern will continue on through early next week. That's your morning forecast discussion for October 17th, 2011. Of course, you can always follow NYNJPA Weather at nynjpaweather.com and NYNJPA Weather on Twitter and Facebook. Have a great morning.